Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life. It is raining cats and dogs out there today. You'll most probably hear that on the audio, but I've come up with a thing to do today. I've had a bit of an idea by just using a few selective colours. So let's have a quick look at the palette and then decide if it's the right course of action today. My ears are unblocked, by the way. I'll tell you more about that in a minute.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive.
And as we look down on the palette, we can see we've got that horrible hooker's green. I hate green. I really do. I am so colourblind, it's unbelievable with greens, but I am going to persevere because my mother used to say to me, never put... Don't let anything put you off. If you know, you've got to really try hard. So I'm going to do that. So I've got some hooker's green, I've got some cadmium yellow, I've got some white Prussian blue, and some black. Now I think I'm going to have a look in my drawer, and have I got any burnt umber? Because I'm going to put some burnt umber on my palette as well. There you go. Okay, and keep a lookout for the tip videos that I'm going to be doing. I've done one about cleaning brushes, I've done one about how to thin your paints, and it's all to, if you want to paint on plastic, it's a way to go as well. So not just on canvas and boards and things, but painting acrylics. There's such a wide variety of uses these days. So, okay, let's get some very light green. I want to get some really sparkly light green like this. Just adding a little bit of green to the yellow. And I'm going to find a spot. And I'm just going to tap this in like this. Yes, I've had my ears cleaned. Ooh, I can hear. It's strange that how different it make things, you know. Just tapping the brush. There's not going to be any sky in this today. It's just going to be a mass of trees. And I don't know if you can hear that wind and rain. It's amazing. Last week I was sitting in the sun and I was sunbathing, and this week I'm tucked in the shed and I can't work. It's too wet, and well, how things can change. There's nothing more fickle than the weather. That's a fact. So, yeah, let's just get some green and all this lovely stuff in there like that. Okay, I'm going to bring that down a little bit like this because I'm going to put a river in today. I did have a little think about this today, so this is not directly off the top of my head, but I have been thinking about it. So let's get a little bit more green, and let's just tap a little bit of green in there. Now when I say colourblind with greens, what I mean is that the very subtle shades of the difference between that looks more yellow than green. I know it isn't, because it's just the way I painted it. I know what I'm doing. The actual tones of paint, I got a job to see with yellows, but I know that that's obviously lighter. And I know there's darker green on my brush. And that's going to just add into that area. Now, to me, that looks very yellow. And I've had a lot of questions about what do you mean you're colourblind? Well, that's what I mean. I can't see certain variations of colour of green, and it makes life a little bit more complicated for me. Sometimes I either have to make it very, very bright or very, very dark. Hence the reason I'm just going to add a little bit of Prussian blue to this green mixture I got, because I know that's going to be darker. To me that looks exactly the same colour, so I need to darken it up. So if my landscape paintings look really dark or really bright, that is completely why. And that's the only reason why. Because I did have a couple of comments years and years ago saying that your colour mixes are off. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm colourblind. Don't let anybody put you off. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let anybody put you off. So let's just pull a bit of that down, just like this. There you go. Now I want another shade of paint. This is just an old bristly old brush. It's a bit winky wonky and stuff. And I'm just using it because it's so badly splayed. I don't know if you can see that. It's so splayed, it's unbelievable. But it makes wonderful bushes and plants and trees and stuff, which is what we're doing today. So let's get a little bit more yellow there. Let's get a bit of this green. I'm going to add a little bit more blue to that. I can't believe the rain that's coming down today. I really can't. It sounds bad. So all I'm trying to do there is just I'm trying to create distance in something that's green or blue or red or whatever you decide you're going to do. But we've got to try and create an illusion of there's something going on there, you know. Maybe it's a bit of grass or something there. So instead of it being bushes, and you do this, it's grass. And let's get a little bit darker as we come forward. There we are. Just blop, 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 blop. And that's all it is. Tippy tappy tap, 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 tap. Tippy tappy tappy tappy. A bit more blue. It's getting nice and black. Really dark. Cameras. Yeah, tippy tappy tappy tappy. Sorry, I just had a phone call come through. Then I had to switch my cameras off then. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is we're trying to get a nice dark colour in the background. There we go. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb sometimes, and I said to the wife, I'm going to go and do a video. Okay, she said. You know, as you lovely ladies do. You're very patient with us men, because us men can be quite a pain. And that's looking nice. That's looking nice. And the thing is, when I got my camera on Do Not Disturb, somebody rings me more than twice. Then my phone rings. And she rang me more than twice. So basically. But there we go. I don't know what I would do without my wife. That's true. I did upset her the other day, actually. I said, oh, it's amazing, actually, isn't it, Jane? I said, absolutely amazing. I have my tea, or we do stuff in the kitchen, or I go in I have a shower and put my clothes on the floor and stuff like that, and then I come home and everything's moved, everything's done. I said, we got magic tables as things, and she's are you having a laugh? I said, no, sorry, I'm just my sense of humour. It's just my sense of humour. Sometimes us men, we do put our foot in it. That's what I'm trying to say. We do say stupid things sometimes, and but it's not meant 99% of the time. We absolutely love you women to bits. There we are, and that's important. We have to improve. We have to understand that men are funny creatures, you know. Us men. Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna be quiet now before I put my foot in it. But yeah, I'm just putting some. I got out of that one, I think. I put some blue in the water. I want it quite dark. Again, around here, like this. Wow, that wind. Right, let's get some really dark marks there. I'm just gonna pull down very lightly with a brush, just like this. Very lightly that way to make it look a little bit wet. So I am going to get a little bit of green, maybe that darker green, just a little bit in the water, because obviously there's a lot of trees and things, and that is going to be reflected a little bit more into the water that we're doing. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There we go. These are nothing special, these paintings that I do. I don't pretend they are, because at the end of the day I just paint to have fun. Now I'm going to get some burnt umber and some black. I'm going to make a nice dark brown, because I want to put some rocks and things. Just like this. Just making little marks. Pebbles, I don't know. There's little marks like this. There's hundreds and hundreds of pebbles and rocks and things. Actually, let's put a big pebble. Let's put there like that. Is it how big does a stone become? So you've got a pebble, a stone, and a boulder. So how big has that got to be called a stone, a pebble, or a boulder? Makes you think, doesn't it? I think of these stupid things sometimes. So we're gonna have another rock shape there, like this. That's going to come down off the edge of the canvas, just like that. Maybe, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to put another, I'm going to have another shape. Let me just get a little bit of blue. I need a little bit of blue just to give me that. Well, I know it's going to be there somewhere, so I'm just playing a minute. So we'll just cover all that up there like that, and I'm going to have. I want a few more of these shapes around there like this, like that, and they're gonna go all over that area. All pebbles, all little tiny pebbles, like that. Let me just get my rock. Let me just get my card. I'm just going to roughly just put some texture on there like that. There we go. A little bit of texture, just scraping a bit of paint off. It'll all work out in the end. There we go. That's good. I'm happy like that. I want to put another rock there like this. Just like that, and I'm going to put another rock in there, just like that, and I'm going to get another big rock, and he's going to be sitting in the water like that. There we go. How does that look? Yes, I'm liking that. I'm liking it. We need to get some more green. Hang on a minute. Let me think now. I tell you what we're going to do. Oh, I wonder if I could do that actually. I wonder if I could do that. Just put a couple of marks in like this. Oh, it's a bit dry. Oh, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Just scraping a few. things like this. We're scraping a bit of paint off. There you go. You cheat quite easily, can't you? You can cheat quite easily. Let's get some brown, a little bit of white. Let's put just a tree stump just there for now, like that. There you go. Right, now let's get some green. And I hope I don't go too bright with this. I want to put some highlights just down there like that. Maybe highlights just on there. I think I'm going to make that just a wow. Just a little bit darker. I'm using a bit of black now, so a little bit of black and green just to make my eyes see what I want to see. There we go. A bit of black down there. That's better. That's better. That's better. Yes, I like that. Now that's better. That looks better to me. I don't know what it looks like to you. I apologize if it doesn't look right, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. In my eyes, literally. Let's put some yellow. There, like this. Put some tree shapes in, just branch bushes. No, yeah, bushes basically. Bushes on sticks. That's all they are. what are leaves? Bushes on sticks. Let's get a little bit of funky white. I don't want it too bright. That's a little bit of sparkle here and there like that. There we go. Oh, look, that looks okay to me. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Okay, let's get this really thin. I want a bit darker than that. I want it dark down there. Boom, 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 boom. And let's get a little bit of, I don't know what color that's going to be, but it will work for me. That's the thing. Just a bit of fun. There we go. That's looking quite nice. I tell you what we could do. Let's get some more of this rock colour and put some rocks in. Just like that. And I'm going to get some green. as I've noticed, some rocks, they're not always brown. You get like that mildewy colour. Not mildew, it's called algae, isn't it? Not mildew. Could be just like an algae or something like that. Just on these rocks. Make them look, because there's a lot of green around, so obviously there is going to be a lot of moss and lichen and all this other stuff that will grow on rocks, especially where they're damp. And these are damp because they're in the river. So I have seen that. Let's get some nice green. Come on, green. Does that look okay to me? It looks alright. Well, let's get that a little bit lighter. I want it a bit lighter than that. Just a bit lighter in places. There we go. Is that okay? That's okay for now. I don't want to spend too much time on this. And let's get some. Just dapping that on. Looks like patches of lichen. Lichen is funny old stuff, isn't it? Anyway, you get the idea. I'm not going to do too much about it. Not anymore. I'm like, okay, let's get some white and some of that blue. There we go. Let's put the river skim. This is a choppy river, this one. This is a really choppy river today. There's been a lot of rain, as you can hear. So this is water is going to be coming down. Down the river at a great rate of knots, as they say. There's a little foamy. Look at that speed that's coming down there. Wow, that is coming down fast today. That is coming down fast today. No, can you hear the rain? Can you hear that rain? Let me get a brush, a nice soft brush. Get that softened. Just hide the nose. Knock it out those little bit of brush marks that I've got. There we are. That water is coming down there at a great rate of knots. It really is. So let's get another brush. Get some white. Just splashing. That's coming down there. It's coming over there as well. Look. Shh. Where's that brush? Let's smooth this blush in, this water in now. Let's blend it in together like this. It's coming around that rock. It's coming down. Whoosh, whoosh. like that. Wow, look at that. Wow. Oh, it's come down there, haven't it? Wow. There we are. What can I say? Let's get some blades of grass. Let's get some more yellow. I wanted to stand out. There we go. Just like that. Over there we'll have a few reeds or something. Maybe there. I don't know. There we go. One simple painting. Have fun, enjoy, give it a go, and just try with a few colours. And I will see you next week.
Welcome, thanks for
Thank you very much for joining me in the studio. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe and all that stuff. And thank you for joining me today on this fantastic painting. I did have fun, and that weather out there is terrible. Anyway, I'm going to go and get some lunch. Bye.